Hey, welcome back. We got Studio Series Brawn here, number 80 in the series. That's from the Bumblebee movie from a couple years back or so, starring Haley Steinfeld. And we have pretty good artwork. We were so excited when we saw him and the other Autobots that appeared on the screen. And finally have him here at home. Let's take a look here, from the big screen inspired, and we'll be able to get them done in 18 steps here into this vehicle that we did not actually see in the movie. And what can we say about Brawn? He was always thought of as very strong, even though he was small in size, always brave, almost invulnerable, until the 86 movie. Alright, so we have this background here. This is the scene on Cybertron. Well, it was during the downfall of it. We got this artwork. It looks very familiar as we've seen it before in the last video that we did here that I put together. We got 82. That's for Ratchet there. And take a look at this. The only thing they changed was the number. Just the number. And it's the same art. I mean, I don't know if I feel cheaped out about it, but it could have been a different part of the floor or something, different places we're standing, but I guess they were all grouped together. So looking at the accessories, we have this drill bit thing. It looks like it's painted. It's two separate pieces that are put together, but it looks like it's painted here with some nice silver. And the connector point is not, but it had some good detail on there. Let's take a look at his gun. Now the guns in the series, they look pretty similar between bot to bot, but they're not the same sculpt. And you'll see that they attach differently on the different bots as we go through these reviews. Alright, so let's take a quick look around here at Brawn. Yeah, it's pretty good detail on them. There's these little gaps here, but they're not too bad because they're not deep. It just looks molded. There's lots of detail there. There's not a bunch of gaps on this one, so that's a good, like a win here. Now we have, man, that face only a mother can love. But who's your mother in Cybertron? And here, it's not a lot of movement. Here you can just turn his head side to side. There's no up or down really here. We got ball joints on the shoulder here. You can go all the way around, out to the side. It's a little hindered because of the sculpt here, but I find if you turn it, you get a better T-pose out of him this way. And there's a little bit of a butterfly here. I don't know if I would use this if I were you, because it's kind of thin, the connector there, but it does give you some wiggle room. But the joints on this one for me are actually, they're pretty stiff. And here at the elbow we got two connections here, 2 points of articulation. So first one down here by the elbow will get you 90, and this will get you beyond here up by the bicep, which is good to see because they're kind of limited on range on some of these other releases that we had. But there's no bicep swivel here. And for the fist, it's actually, you can see there, it's a mushroom peg that's inside there. And we're able to actually get some wrist rotation out of this guy. Again, it's a stiff joint on this one, so maybe with some time it'll actually work out and be able to turn that a little bit easier. For the waist, we do get a full waist swivel. There's no ab crunch. There's a little bit of motion here, but not much. We get all the way up to there and back there for the American splits. At least that's what we called them when we were kids, American splits. Not a lot of out movement because of the sculpt work there, but like the arms, if you do this here where you lift it and spin it out, it's like a high school cheerleader. Look at that. Jump up, splits, jump up. Yep. That's a good stretch there. There's good motion here over on the knee. Get you, well, there's the swivel that's down here. Sorry about that. And there we go. Sorry, I got distracted there with the thighs, because swivel isn't where it's usually at here. And we got toe down here. Not really anything up. And you'll get the, there's no movement on the heel. And you get that rocker right there. It's pretty big, but breaks the sculpt, but it works. All right, and let's just get into the transformation here. Pop that open there. It's tight. I don't want to break the clips here. Push this head down. There we go. Now as we're going through this, I'm not using the instructions. Just got them out of the box, so this is how I kind of like to mess around with these things, is try and figure it out. Move the head out of the way while I figure this stuff out here. Okay, we spin that around so the wheels will be positioned properly. Toe tilts down. And there's a little bit of that ab motion there, not really a crunch, but let's see, we'll bend it there. And then fold these forward. That was the joint that was coming loose earlier when I was doing the leg articulation. And fold it there. There's gaps in the feet there that allow that to plug in. That's nice and tight. Squeeze that there. This rotates forward. All right. And that'll be where we put this here when we're completed with the transformation. And now just got to figure out how to get these arms in place. Fold in. Well, the head can't be in the same places where the arms go. There's posts inside that shell. I'll plug right into those forearms. Squeeze that together. All right, that's good. Doesn't really click in there, but it holds in there, and his head pops back out. It's a weird design. I mean, I guess, you know, what can you do when you look at a movie and they have some interesting designs that are reminiscent of G1? This is a weird vehicle. All right, so fold these forward, and we're going to rotate both in. See these pins here? Yeah, these right there, that's going to go right there, that pin into that slot. And then there's a pin here that's going to go into the wheel right there. There it goes. And same with the other side. All right, and now we got this big old noggin sticking out, and push that back down. I wish I had a better solution, because there's just a, you know, well-thrown grenade, you know, right in there. But maybe we'll get at him with this drill. All right, so with the gun here, they put this little hole here so to go into this short little peg, and it goes right there, and that covers the hole up. And there we go. So we have alt mode completed. I really don't know what you would drill in Cybertron. So we're going to go back in, get him back to bot mode. It's going to be a lot faster than going into alt mode, because I don't know, for some reason going back always feels easier to me. Kind of been already through this once. There you go. Get the legs down, get the feet out, and peg out there. Then we're going to fold those calves back in, connect the knee. Same on the other side. Twist the, there we go, twist the knee. It's, the thigh swivel isn't there, so it's like a weird knee swivel. All right, and we spin it around. Now we got the front end, push the head through. All right, now you gotta unpeg the arms. Just pop and swivel back out. Rotate the arms out of the way. All right, and we're just gonna turn that back in, and then I'm going to close this up. It's really tight here, really tight joint. The tolerances are tight on this thing, and you got to be careful with the pin here, and when you're sliding it in, and you get a click right there. All right, so there we go, back in the bot mode, and we got his giant gun, and you could put this actually into the front. I don't know why you would, but maybe this is what you can use this for. You just shoot it at the Decepticon. But that peg that we used to go ahead and cover, you can use it here. Nope, that doesn't work there, but the one on the back here still works in bot mode for weapon storage. Again, it's loose, so it's not the best of fits here. I wouldn't put this big weapon here. It looks kind of goofy. So it works better actually with this drill bit piece, because it's got also a hole there, so that fits there for storage. And then you just place the gun right there. These are snug. Jeez. Get in there. All right. There we go. All right. Check that out. It's articulated enough so we can go ahead and get that Iron Man pose that everybody seems to love so much. I ain't gonna lie, I like that pose. I know there's those out there that don't. But I also like this here. Make use of that drill. It's pretty well balanced, tight joints here so that he can hold the pose as well. It's not a floppy mess like I've seen some other people have gotten. And let's do some size comparisons. Here he is with Studio 86 Perceptor. You can see there's really a different scale between these two lines here in the Studio series. And then we got Ratchet, that we already have the review out. And we got Wheeljack. It's coming up next in the reviews. And he's a little taller, but it's not much of a difference to really talk about. And Wheeljack's bow-legged for some reason. There we go, back on the card. 80. Remember that art? They just recycled it and changed the number. Yeah, that's bothersome. But I would definitely would recommend go ahead and picking this guy up if you can find him. It's actually pretty well sculpted. Looks great from the movie. And I got mine from Hasbro Pulse. I'll have it linked in the description below. All right, until next time.